Another week of Doctor Who reviews, Connor, and another week of no controversy at all. Everyone really loved and appreciated our opinions on the Interstellar Song Contest. Here's some of the great reviews that we got. Okay,
please, I'd love to hear them.
You guys hate this era.
Okay,
we literally
we hate this era.
I mean, we liked 4 out of 6. If you watch the bloody channel, we liked 4 out of 6 of the episodes. For Christ's sake,
maybe they've got a point.
Here's another one. Still not subbed. Anti-found channels suck ass. Be best. Not sure what be best means.
They probably meant to say be better.
Yeah, well, maybe learn how to write English. But also,
anti-fan channels.
Once again, we've been positive about 4 out of 6 of the episodes this season. So I don't know what you want. Sounds like what they want, right, is people that just only say positive things about the show. So here I am today. I'm a man of the people.
Okay.
I'm going to give them what they want.
Okay.
I'm challenging us.
Okay.
To do an episode where we only say positive things about the show Doctor Who.
Never say anything bad.
We cannot say a single negative thing for the whole podcast. And if we do, we have to spend 30 seconds facing that wall.
Okay.
And the other one just has to run the show on their own.
I like that.
Okay.
I can say positive for an app.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Done. Posy app.
All right, this is going to be difficult, but I'll do it.
Because Doctor Who is the best show ever.
It is. There is no denying that.
I absolutely love it. And also, kind of true, though. I'm not even just saying that.
The greatest show in time and space.
The thing is, we do actually love the show. Otherwise, you know what? Wouldn't be doing a podcast on it. Wouldn't be wasting my Mondays and my Sundays doing it.
I thought this was supposed to be positive.
That's what I'm saying. So, do I need to go face the wall?
I think you were close.
No, that's a fine line.
You were close.
Guys, today is our mail time edition of the podcast.
Right.
Where we go through your reviews, we upgrade or delete them, we say whether they're good or bad.
They're all good.
Hopefully they're all good, otherwise we might be stuck facing the wall. And then we'll go into some general question and answers like usual.
Yes.
You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor and on TikTok at 50Doctor Who. Connor, get that sting for me, my man.
A 1, a 2, a skiddly-diddly-doo.
And subscribe. We're so close to 2,000.
Oh, yeah.
50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50%.
I think we're almost 100 subs off 2,000.
Yeah,
so.
come on. What are you doing? I mean, this is the most positive Doctor Who podcast you will find on YouTube, on the internet.
And on that, as much as we were sort of taking the piss out of everyone's comments and stuff just then, we do appreciate everyone for commenting and chatting all the time. I actually really enjoy when people have different opinions than me, because it's really interesting to read it. For example, Snares' latest YouTube video, it's like ranking the 10th Doctor stories. There's some rogue ass opinions in there.
Right.
But you know what? I don't get angry when I see something like that. Like, I genuinely enjoy listening to why someone has a different opinion than me. And sometimes you can go, oh yeah, I actually do see that.
Yeah, well, that's why art is subjective.
That's right.
And if everyone had the same opinion, it would suck.
Exactly. So keep writing into us. That's what we're saying. And we'll just keep loving Doctor Who. That's what we do here.
I generally do read them, so
yeah.
Maybe for my sins, I shouldn't. But
it's time for upgrade or delete.
Upgrade in progress.
This is the segment where we either upgrade or delete your thoughts on the episode. Connor, if we like them and we want to upgrade them, what do we say?
Yes.
And if we don't like their opinions, what do we say? Yeah, that's right. That's right. So hopefully it's all good, because I don't want to be in the naughty corner here.
Yes.
All right. Caramelia says, I absolutely loved it. The whole sequence in space was amazing. And Susan, yes, please. If any Doctor should reunite with her, it's 15, because Ncuti is an emotional powerhouse. I loved his darker take on the Doctor and how far he went. Kid was very fun for a one-time villain. I can't wait for more.
Yes.
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 Yes. I totally, and genuinely, I do actually sort of agree with those notes.
Right. The 15th Doctor out of everybody should meet Susan.
Yeah, of
I
course,
totally agree.
He's an emotional powerhouse.
Yeah, of course.
He is.
That's true. His Doctor really is emotional powerhouse, and yeah.
I absolutely agree. Loves a cry. Loves a tear.
He does love a cry.
Yeah.
At least they've been a bit more subtle this season.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a bit of background crying, like you see him
crying. Yeah,
but
and we welcome background crying.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Amen.
Amen to that, brother.
Sam Wells says, a bit of a mixed bag, but I really like the good parts of the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, I like the good parts of the bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the good parts of the bag
Yeah.
too. Genuinely do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oliver Fuss says, love this one, a much darker tone. The direction was incredible, and the shot when everyone was being sucked out of the area and flung into space at 11:18 was jaw-dropping. I love that we have the time code.
11:18, the actual timestamp.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice. I agree.
I do think the direction of this episode was really spot on all throughout it.
Homie's been watching Succession, you know?
Yeah, but even beyond those like zoom in shots, like there was some really nice shots going on.
Well, I think they fit because it was a TV production filming the Interstellar Song Contest. So
Yeah.
it fit, I think.
Yeah.
You know, it was a different thing than we used to, and I like that.
I liked it. Some clever direction. And the director, he spoke really well on Unleashed as well. He had some good stuff to say. Zach says, I loved it so much. Personally, not a huge fan of Eurovision, but the whole episode was sick, especially all the reveals and setups. Also, did you know that the writer who wrote this episode was Juno Dawson? She was one of the first hosts on the official Doctor Who podcast. I did know that.
I did know that.
But yes. And the Doctor Who official podcast, notoriously the best podcast in the world.
Right. I was going to say, are we more positive than them? I think we are.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because we love Doctor Who and have zero critiques on it.
I ain't had a second there thinking about it, but we are. We are. No, I agree. And I think what the episode did good is someone like I who don't, and I think you as well, I don't know Eurovision very well. I don't watch it.
Yeah.
I know it's happening every year, but I don't tune in. So I think the episode did a good enough job for people who aren't fans, normies, I guess, who aren't fans of Eurovision. I think they did a good job that you didn't need to know a lot about it to understand what was going on in the episode.
Yeah. And I'll say this. I would like to see Juno Dawson get another crack at writing the script because Mr. TARDIS once said he believes that everyone has a good Doctor Who script in them, even if it takes you a few episodes to get there. And I think Juno, some of the ideas in this script, I'm trying to not criticize the script. Some of the ideas in the script I thought were really strong, and some of the set pieces were very Doctor Who. So I would love to see her get another crack at it.
It's a big episode to start with, I think.
Yeah, especially like Miss Flood at the end. You got Susan rocking up.
I wonder how much Russell had.
How much he rewrote bits in it. Yeah, I'd be curious about that because we know that showrunners quite often, always do like their own pass, and then quite often they could change significantly without necessarily getting a writing credit.
Sure, well, exactly. Well, Moffat was kind of notorious for that.
Well, I think Moffat in the end was like, "Fuck it, I'm doing so much work. I'm going to start giving myself writing credits." On these
that's normally how it goes.
Yeah,
no, I think there's a good Doctor Who script in me. So
you were saying that when you left the podcast the other day.
Yeah, and you were like, "I don't know, mate. You haven't really done anything before," and I was like, "Well, thanks, dude."
That's the kind of supportive friendship we have.
I don't know, man. I've never seen you finish a script in your life. It's like, well, thanks, Aiden.
Matty says, I thought it was fine. Susan felt shoehorned in, and I think the Rani reveal was plopped in at the end because they forgot to do it in the finale, which made it feel rushed. If it didn't have any of those elements, I reckon it's about 6 out of 10. But the overall season stuff put a bad taste in my mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is really cool to see Susan again, who hasn't been in the show since the Five Doctors.
No, and we get to see her, she's like spinning around in all these shots. It's like
spinning
around, Susan stuck in my head.
Yeah, in the TARDIS. Was it implying that No, don't worry. All good. Move on.
What, Susan's in the TARDIS the whole time?
Well, why is she in the TARDIS?
I think it's just a more interesting background than David's had it on a green screen in the Star Beast.
Do you think it was a green screen? Or do you think they actually got Caroline?
No, they actually shot it there. It's in Unleashed.
It's in the actual TARDIS?
Yeah, they have like an interview with her and stuff in it.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that.
The interview kind of made me go, maybe she's not in the finale.
Okay.
But I don't know, just because of how much they interviewed her and stuff. I don't know. She probably is.
Okay.
Who knows?
Because there wasn't really a huge amount with Jo Martin. Jo Martin wasn't in the original... She's not in the original Unleashed episode, or am I wrong?
She's in Unleashed.
Because didn't they do like a little thing on the side where she had like her own...
Oh, did I watch? I don't know. I don't
think she is. I think they did like a little bonus like video thing. But yeah,
either way. Did you watch Unleashed?
For this week?
For last week.
I struggle with Unleashed.
Well, then she probably wasn't and you've just not seen it.
No, Aiden. I, with a fine tooth comb, went through the whole 30 minutes to try and see any like little parts of Jo Martin. Couldn't see it.
Unleashed gets a lot of flack on Twitter.
deserves it.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
I'm an unleashed
shit.
truther.
It sucks.
How's it shit?
I just don't like it.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't.
You're just mad because film people are doing their job and we're just here talking about it.
Why are you mad at that? This is what we're eating today on the set. Show me fucking the episode and making it.
They do a bit of that.
I'm cooking chicken. It's like, all right,
But it's
fucking
a bit
hell.
of fun.
Yeah, I guess.
And I like
it's like
Stefan.
30 minutes. It's so long. You're like, ugh.
I do reckon it could be cut down a tad. I do agree with that. But it's in the Hoodiverse, so we love it. The ape that escaped says, I loved it. Well paced, great dialogue and character moments. I'm not even a fan of Eurovision. I could have done without the references back, although I quite like the callback to Fort of Doomsday, whether it was intentional or not. It made me laugh out loud. So I assume
Doomsday.
that the callback that they're referencing there is Shooty with the confetti cannon, because in Fort of Doomsday, I believe it's that story, it's when Peter Davison is flying out of space and he uses a cricket ball or something as momentum or something like that to get back into the ship. I've only seen that one once a long time ago.
Okay.
I think that's what happens there.
Right. The ape that got loose. What's the name of the guy?
The ape that escaped.
Yeah, good on him.
Yeah.
Wishing him well wherever he's escaped to.
More on apes later, by the way.
Yeah?
This one from Jeremy. A bit all over the place, but it was pretty fun. Absolutely loved seeing a more vengeful side of Shooty's Doctor. And if he really does only have 2 seasons, then I'm really sad we won't get to see this side of him explored more. I will say lame villains brought it down for me. It was mostly just him telling, not showing until the end, but by that point it was too little too late. Also, it seemed genuinely crazy that they didn't have Caroline Ford's first time back in the show be more of an emotional reunion, ? I agree.
So, how are you feeling on the whole Shooty scene, the torture scene? Because people...
I loved it.
Yeah.
I just loved it.
Okay, great.
I thought it was perfect and so in character.
Okay.
So in character.
Okay, good. Good.
I agree that the Caroline Ford thing should have been... I wouldn't mind it if their first reunion was a bit more of like the Doctor seeing her, and then because then it would be more emotional versus this like random spinny thing. Does this count as me criticizing the show?
You're close. But then technically before I said that about Unleashed.
You did, but that was Unleashed. So fine line here. But yeah, the Caroline
walking on
Ford
a
thing
tightrope.
was super out of place, and just like I just think there's a much better way of doing it. Fuck, I'm going against the wall. I'm doing it. It was worth it.
Let me talk. Yeah, I
show.
guess if you have something big to say, you can do it. And
the next one.
Next one's from Adam. It says, I thought the setting looked amazing. It reminded me of combinations of the Senate, Star Wars, and the opera from The Fifth Element. Whilst I'm intrigued to see the I am the Senate, the Rani back, and I'm sure how this fits into the gods. Hopefully the final 2 episodes wrap everything up together. Fingers crossed emoji. Yes. I agree with that. Although Aiden was coughing throughout it and I did a Palpatine impression.
You did.
And I was struggling to read it a little bit because I was so far away, but...
I agree. Yeah, the set was like the Senate. Was what I got from that.
Yeah, it was like the Senate.
It was.
A place you see in the in Andor quite a lot.
I am the Senate.
They're like, oh, I'm the Senate, and this is my job to talk to people and tell them that the Empire is good. That's how it goes normally, isn't it? In Andor.
Did you want to talk a little bit about your feelings on... Because that was it for Upgrade and Delete. Thank you once again for everyone for sending in your stuff. Connor, I didn't know if you wanted to touch on for a little second your thoughts on the fact that their Mirror has released an article saying that Doctor Who is not going to die. And we are back forever and ever.
Yeah, Doctor Who isn't going to be cancelled.
How are you feeling about it, buddy?
I'm feeling like this.
Yeah, we get to keep our jobs.
I don't know, really. I mean, like, I didn't really think Doctor Who was going to get cancelled anyway, so...
No, I don't know, you were pretty nervous.
I said where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
And I don't think this means that Doctor Who's going to be... Like, I think there's definitely going to be some things that need changing. They filmed this entire thing so long ago that all the feedback that's happened now, there would be, like, as long as there are more feedback, whether they listen to that or not. It would be interesting because, you know, we don't know about the Disney thing. We don't know about Shooty. I could definitely see Disney just staying on as like a distributor and maybe not.
I could see that. And also wouldn't be mad at that.
No, no. I'm one of those people as well who, and this isn't just me being positive just to be positive, but I actually don't really have that big of a problem with the Disney money.
No, I don't. Well,
I actually don't. Like, I know some people hate it.
Yeah, I don't understand
I actually
why.
don't mind it. Like, I don't think there's been, like, put it this way, if I was to have any negatives, which I don't, I don't really think it's Disney. I don't think they care that much.
You think?
I think it's Russell.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like, I would be interested to see how it all goes. It could be a 2-year wait though, which would be sad, but I just always want Doctor Who to be on the air, whether it's good or bad. I just want it to be on the air. Obviously, I want the quality to be good, which it has been consistently this season.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not shocked that it's back. It would be if Ncuti does regenerate at the end of this season, it would be a different kind of sad, because it's like when Matt regenerated and when Peter regenerated and David, you felt like they had completed their arc.
Yeah, even though I know that Moffat had wanted to do more than he did do,
Matt,
but he still at least got that season to wrap up what he was planning to do in the future.
Sure, bit rushed, but yeah, definitely wrapped up.
Yeah, but still perfect and amazing.
But still, like, yeah, that was a tightrope again.
You were very close to getting that
And
bloody
then
corner, mate.
if I would have said bad, then I would have gone to the wall. But yeah, I think this would be a different kind of sad, because, you know, it would just be, I guess, scheduling conflicts, and maybe this is just Ncuti's opinion, not mine. Maybe he didn't think it was how he wanted it to go, and there's better things to do with his time. That would just suck. I think. I mean, I don't think you're ever going to get a better. This would be like the biggest role you're probably ever going to get. It's such an iconic piece of television.
Yeah.
Not to say you're not going to get any good roles come in the future, but it's like, this is such an iconic role that will literally never leave you. So even when you're 80 and maybe retired, you can do like conventions and stuff, and you're pretty much set.
Yeah. They are juicing off of us, and I'm here for it. I'm more than happy for them to juice.
So yeah, I'm happy that it's there. I didn't necessarily think it was going to cancel. I think maybe with there's smoke, there's fire, which was like Disney possibly backing out with funding and Ncuti possibly backing out. I could see one or two of those things happening. Anyway, what about you? That was a long response.
Well, I've learned through the David Tennant returning and Stephen Moffat returning thing that where there is smoke, there is fire with a lot of these. So I do think there's a big chance that Disney has pulled out, but it is great to see. And I feel like the fact that there is now strong rumors that the show is going to continue even if Disney pulls out makes me really think like Disney probably is going to pull out, and the BBC's not that confident that Disney's going to stay, which I'm not mad about. Like, I've loved having it on Disney. It's so easy to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you mean just funding wise, or do you think even as like a distributor?
Not sure. Really don't know.
Okay.
Really don't know. I'd love to see Disney still involved as a distributor because it will just be cool to still have season 3 on there rather than like going on to Stan for season 3 or something like that.
Exactly.
Or Amazon or whatever. All right, Connor, let's move on to mail time.
I've got mail.
Ding
So
dong.
this is where we get your general questions and comments, theories for the finale, yada, yada, yada.
That's next week.
Detonate the reality bomb!
You just wanted to press the button, didn't you?
But I guess we could see, maybe we could get the start of whatever the reality war is going to be.
What are you talking about?
Well, the reality war is the final.
Yeah.
And this is going to be...
This is bloody question time, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Not the finale talks.
The
You
episode.
fucking idiot.
This is insane, Aiden. We're working
We're working
like
9 to
crazy
5.
people.
Okay, well, here is something sort of in line with what you want to talk about.
Yes.
Here's a theory for the final.
My soundbite was appropriate. Yeah.
Jarakat says, Poppy, CEO of Villengard. The doctor saving a space baby finally comes home to roost.
Yes.
Wow.
I saw
Popular
that comment
theory.
yesterday and I thought it was incredible. It actually makes sense.
I think it's a joke, surely.
Well, is that...
It's a joke of a comment, right?
No, I fell for it. I mean, I commented that's why Moffat's come back for he had to tick something off.
Because of Villengard.
Which he started way back in my favourite episode, .2 ever. The Anti-Child and the Doctor Dances.
Jeremy wants to know, and this is a big question, assuming this is Ncuti's last season, do you have any fan cast for the next Doctor?
Fuck me, we're doing this again?
I know, it feels like we only did this like a couple days ago, hey.
Fan cast, me?
So you're going to write the show. and star in the show.
Star and direct.
Yeah, nice.
And produce.
Nice. I can dish out one.
Go on, who?
Erin Doherty. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but she is a great actor. I've seen her in 2 things before. The first thing I saw her in was The Crown. She plays Princess Anne for a couple seasons, and she did a good job in that. But doesn't jump off as like a Doctor Who. But then I watched Adolescence, and she's like one of the main characters in one of the episodes of Adolescence, and she's really good. She's like really charming and funny, and also really like firm when she needs to be. And she's like young. I feel like her energy would be a good successor to Shooty. I feel like she kind of looks like a doctor. I don't know. That would be my number 1 pick. I just literally, the moment she was on screen for like 2 minutes in Adolescence, I was like,
where have
she
I
needs
heard
to play
that
Doctor
name
Who.
Adolescence before?
Adolescence is the 4-part miniseries on Netflix. Every episode is done in 1 take, and they would spend 3 weeks filming each episode, and they would do the episode twice a day. It's like a full drama. The episode's like an hour long.
Wow.
And they would do it all in 1 take. No hidden cuts. It is all 1 take. And it involves them like driving from location to like the camera goes into cars and drives them from location to location. There's a moment where a fucking camera gets picked up by a drone to lift up over the town and take you to the next location for the end of the episode, and then comes back to the ground, and you get a final scene with a character. It's insane. The production value is unreal.
And there's 4
episodes.
Okay.
Just check it out.
Wow, okay.
It's really good. Really good, mate.
All right.
But yeah, she would be my pick.
Adolescence, okay. Nice.
Do you have a pick?
Not really.
That's fair.
No, I mean, God, it's...
You don't have to have a pick, Connor. It's okay. It's okay. We'll move on, baby. We'll move on.
I don't have anyone. Me?
Silly Goose wants to know.
The Silly Goose back at it again.
Hi, Silly Goose.
Every
Welcome
week
back.
he's like, it's me again, the
They're
Silly
always
Goose.
here. We love the Silly Goose. What are your thoughts on the Rani, just generally as a villain? Are you excited to see what they do with her in the finale?
Oh my God, yes. I'm so excited.
You know, I'm not even taking the piss. I am excited.
Yeah, neither am I.
I'm really keen on, like, because slightly different to the Master, kind of the Master, but slightly different. So that's fun. We're doing something different. Something I really liked was like Murray's like bonkers theme.
Oh, Murray always kills it.
You know when they do the by generation and the theme's kind of nuts.
I don't know why I didn't mention that, but the score is so good in Interstellar.
Exactly.
Particularly in that scene.
Yeah, and I like the new actor they have.
Yeah, have you seen her in anything before?
I don't believe so, but she looked good and like felt Rani-ish. Rani-ish, yeah. So interested to see what they do with the Rani.
Yeah.
Very interested.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm really, really, really excited to see what they do with the Rani.
From Hijif, my theory for the finale is that at least one of the episodes will be okay and the other is bad.
No, that's going to be great.
Only good?
Yeah, I love big dinosaurs walking through London.
Big skeleton dinosaurs?
Yeah, big scalo dinos. Yeah. No, I think we're in for 2 big bangers.
I think it's going to suck ass.
I don't know.
Fuck.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Well, now you've said it, you might as well. I mean, geez. I don't think that. I think it's going to be really great. I think it's going to be fantastic and, you know, none of this. That might be me if I wake up. We'll stay up till 3 a.m. Are you just counting your head to 30? I might stay up and watch it. So I did that with all the 60th. So I might I don't know. It depends if I think the Wish World is incredible, then I probably will stay up. If not, I'll just wake up early.
And it will be incredible.
And just not check Twitter.
No.
Which is an incredible place.
Shit place.
Filled with incredible people. Oh, you can say about Twitter.
I can say about Twitter. Twitter's a hellhole.
Twitter's a rat hole.
A rat hole, baby.
Yeah.
Straight out of Bethlehem.
Oh, my days.
What is this? Joy of the World?
Straight out of Compton.
I can't believe they keep writing the worst episode in Doctor Who in history. It's honestly impressive.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about this one, Connor?
Well, I think that's I don't feel that way at all.
To be fair, I don't think this episode is the worst episode in Doctor Who history.
No, I don't think it's the worst episode in Doctor Who history.
I think it's quite good.
What is the worst episode in Doctor Who history?
The worst episode in Doctor Who history?
Yeah. That's a trick question.
It has to be the Web Planet. Fuck!
You fell for that. How the fuck?
I hate my life.
Oh, just...
I hate this.
Count to 30. This is me with Aiden.
I cheered, I shouted, I fist pumped the air, I cried, I stood and cheered.
That'll be me when I watch Wishworld and the reality.
Detonate the reality bomb!
And one last, there's an array of questions here, Connor.
Okay.
And I want some short answers from you, all right?
Sure, man. Short and sweet.
Fartsy says, okay, I've got some questions. Is there a God?
I don't,
Yes or no, is there a God?
I don't think so.
What is my purpose?
Me personally or them?
Them.
I think purpose in life is to have a relationship, a good job, and good
Boring.
friends.
Is it possible that creation and destruction are not opposing forces, but rather forces working in tandem? For what act of creation does not entail the act of destruction?
Okay, I missed that entire part of our culture.
Are you team poop or team farts?
Probably poop.
And then someone then replied saying, are we living in a simulation?
Quite possibly.
Also, who would win between 100 men and a gorilla?
I hate this question because it's like, obviously, the 100 men. Everyone just jumps on it at once.
No, I reckon gorilla fucks up.
100 men?
I reckon gorilla fucks shit
all
up.
jumping on it at once?
I reckon gorilla fucks us up.
Gorillas are pretty... Oh, that's where the gorilla
here we go, though.
into it.
100 men after having 100 beers versus a gorilla. That's a different type of man.
Notoriously, yeah, it's like...
I reckon the other day I could have fucked a gorilla. Nope.
Yeah,
not fucked a gorilla. Fucked one up.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Not that I condone violence against animals.
Drinking either makes you quite energized and ready to go, or
That's true.
it makes you sleepy. So I reckon at least half of the people, if they have been down the pub or down Murphy's,
Yeah.
and they've had a few drinks, I think it could make you either tired or
I reckon
angry,
the
ready to
50% of people that we lose for being drunk, tired, or whatever, I reckon we make up that. I reckon I'm functioning at 200% when I'm drunk.
right.
So I'll
Every time?
No, not every time, but I'll make sure.
Okay.
Never a third Guinness, even if I have like 10 beers after. Well, a third Guinness, even if I only have like one beer after, I'll always be fucking hungover. But if I have two
Right.
Guinnesses and drink like 400 normal beers after that,
Yeah.
I'm fine. Third Guinness is what does me. So two Guinnesses, I reckon
Guinness
two
could do that.
Guinnesses, a South Coast Pale Ale, and a gin.
Right.
And I'll just be the good mood of like, let's fucking take this gorilla down, lads.
Yeah, I did. During my Guinness drinking days of like only drinking Guinness, I would have like really gnarly hangovers. I think it has something to do with the iron and stuff.
Yeah, because we're so strong.
The iron overload.
How about this?
Yeah.
Which doctor?
Yeah.
So, 100 of which doctor do you think
God.
would be able to destroy a gorilla?
Probably, probably David Tennant, I think.
You reckon?
He's quite versatile. He's quite tall. He's quite...
Yeah, but he's lanky. He's going to
can
get
run.
snapped.
Well,
You hug him, you get a paper cut.
Right. Nice callback. I think DT because like, I think he's like very tall and I think they could stand on each other's shoulders and stuff. And then just become like this big, like Vincent Adultman type character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good BoJack reference.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I know people say people like William Hartnell and stuff are like,
No.
crazy.
Hartnell's too old.
Yeah, but he's too old. But he is a crazy CUNT.
Yeah, but he's too old.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Unless him, you know when he comes out smoking the weeds?
Yeah.
In that episode?
Yeah, in the second episode, not too early.
Yeah, he's baked.
Yeah.
I reckon, like,
baked.
what if, like, when he gets baked, he goes hardcore when he come back from Ibiza?
Well, I think smoking weed just, which I've never done, obviously, but it makes you sleepy.
I reckon Chris Eck got that dog in him.
Chris Eccleston, okay.
Chris Eck got that dog in him.
Well, I've seen him in The Leftovers, and he is kind of a boss in that.
Yeah,
But he's a vicar as well.
yeah. Or Shooty, I feel like because Shooty, we know he's got them muscles as well.
Yeah,
and he's very
Shooty's-
athletic, very energetic.
Yeah.
Maybe Shooty.
I feel like it's lame to pick the current doctor, though.
Okay, all right. Well,
And don't be sexist and say Jodie can't do it because she's a woman, Aiden.
I'm not. There's woke agenda. I cannot believe it.
Who said that? That's awful.
Okay, there's people then join in this comment section and keep asking kind of questions, but I think that's good for us for now.
What else did they ask?
When I yawn, do deaf people think I'm screaming?
Yeah, probably.
Which is good. No, because when you yawn, your face is like...
You'd know when someone's yawning.
Your face is like, ah. But when you're screaming, your face is like, ah.
What a silly question.
Good questions, though.
What the fuck?
Thank you guys, as always, for your mail time questions.
I've got mail.
Thank you, Connor.
No worries.
We'll be back later in the week to preview the finale, which is gonna fucking suck.
Good night, girls and boys.
You have to go on the wall for
Remember, I
that.
thought that was Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah, you have to go to the wall for that.
Why do I need to go
You
to
just
the
said the finale is gonna suck.
I didn't say that was you.
Nope. That
Because
was
I
you.
did that?
Yep. Well, maybe I did say it. Do I have to face the wall as well? Because I was about to say it sucks. Yeah. No, you have to stand. It's a fucking naughty corner, mate. Stand. Face the wall. Think about your actions. Do we hold hands?
Yeah.
We can hold hands.
Your hands are cold.
Yeah.
Why are your hands so cold?
Because yeah, I got nothing.
What's going on? They're a bit too cold. How's your blood sugar?
I don't know.
You've been keeping your saturated fats up?
Of course.
Okay, good.
Where do they come from?
Fatty stuff?
Oh. Well, maybe.
I don't know.
I had a Kit Kat before.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one? Chunky?
The one that you told me to get. Dough. Cookie dough.
I said that?
Yeah, you did. And then I got it and said it was shit. Tried it again today. Thought it was not bad.
Wait, are you serious? Wait, is that 30
That's gonna be... I was just enjoying holding her hand,
Did
really.
you actually get that?
Yeah, I did.
I said that like a year and a half ago.
And I just love and care for you
Who
so
knew Aiden
much.
actually listened to me?
Yeah, for once. Guys, yeah, so Thursday will be episode 300 of the podcast. We're not really going to be celebrating it because we're sort of in the middle of a new series and we kind of don't have time to organize a 300th episode, but we will do something special after the season, I guess, and we'll have like a fun pod, maybe have some beers on it or something to celebrate 308 episodes of the podcast or something like that.
I feel like this probably would have been a good one to be the 300 episode because that was really funny, but then the next one's probably going to suck, so...
Why is it going to suck?
I don't know, not the Doctor Who, the 50% Doctor Who podcast.
Oh, why don't you have faith in the episode we're
No,
about to record?
I'm sure it'd be good, but I just think that was funny. And sometimes you can't plan funny; it just happens.
Okay.
I should know. I base my fucking life off it.
Yeah, with zero success with the humor. Got him. Fuck. Sorry, guys. It's Aiden Connor's podcast. We're doing Doctor Who reviews
on a Monday.
Doing Doctor Who reviews.
Does that mean we've sung that song nearly 300 times?
Yeah, did we do that from episode 1?
Nah, yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
That one I think we did. It was the main theme came in at like episode 6. I think it came
That's
in
correct.
Dalek.
Yeah,
which is
it
episode
did.
5, not 6.
When I got my DJ skills
Yeah.
going. Some guy once commented, right?
Yeah.
And they said, you stole my track for the outro with no credit. And I was like, what?
Really?
And then I went onto his channel and he did have like some kind of thing with that exact beat in the background. And I literally replied to him and was like, bro, I use an app and probably the same app you use to make your music on YouTube.
Yeah.
So don't go around thinking that you're making like big DJ mixes. You use just a little SoundPad app to make your fucking music.
I was going to say, because you said you made it.
Huh?
You said you made the
I made
outro.
it on an app with like, it's like bring in the bass and it's like a
Right. It's like
pre-done bass
iMovie.
beat. Yeah.
Not
It's
iMovie,
like
sorry.
GarageBand, even simpler with like much less control.
Even less control. Okay.
And I'm like, dude, you just used the same app as me that had the same pre-recorded
How did they
like
find
beats.
us?
I don't know. But the guy never spoke to me again after that, so I think he realized that I was onto
when
him.
was this?
I was ruining his music career
When was this?
a couple months ago.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I fucked him up.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, guys, see you later.
Bye.